But yeah, did you read Merve's thing on the Paradise
No,
Lost?
I seen she had that. What'd she
Okay.
say?
She was saying how the book was like primarily seen as like a new book came out on Paradise Lost.
Yeah.
And it was about that. Let me just double check this so we're not fucking going for hours and it sounds bad. Check. Say something?
Hey.
Yeah. But she was just saying that yeah, we're good. She was saying that there was a new book came out and it was focusing on the political impact of Paradise Lost, but then she was like, it's really just like sexy. And
Yeah.
I guess that's in the title, but it's like about like.
But
the fall.
then she posted on Instagram that I didn't put this title.
Yeah. But she was saying like the fall was like marriage.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's that's
Why are you pointing at me?
No, I'm not. Just
Just you know.
But no, the Adam and Eve stuff is the best part of
Yeah.
Paradise Lost. I mean, political stuff. I mean, who cares?
Yeah. I guess that's what she was saying. But then one interesting thing in it was that there's like a whole subculture of criticism that are saying like the whole devil part, or Satan part, is like used to justify like revolutionary, like
in a
like,
bad way.
Well, like Malcolm X like read it in prison, was like, oh, this justifies like Muhammad, and like the European nations are like, you know, I don't know, that was kind of interesting. I didn't know that.
Wait.
He said he read Paradise Lost in prison.
Yeah.
And then like he was like this is like about like how they did Satan wrong is like just justify like like revolutionary acts against like Eurocentrism.
Oh, okay.
That's what I drew from it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Satan is God is white and pearly, and Satan.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. And then Merve was like, the only problem is like the books he referenced like weren't in that book or something like that. But she got it swiftly. But
that's funny that because it seems like Paradise Lost has had an appeal to like some women writers, especially like the Brontes were all about Paradise Lost.
Oh, they were?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Mary Shelley was all about Paradise Lost too.
Okay.
That's one of the books Frankenstein reads to become a human.
Oh, okay.
Right, is Paradise Lost.
Yeah, I really just felt like such a loser for like not only not reading it, but then like admitting on the pod that like I haven't read it like a million times, and like admitting that I've like tried to and can't. It makes me feel like, but yeah.
But I mean, because you gotta, I mean, honestly, you gotta sift through a lot of his kookiness to get through the Adam and Eve, like Satan and Adam and Eve, that whole like play between the three of them is good. Yeah, you know, that's what's fire.
I think also it feels like it's like you're doing all this work for like an antiquated like system of language.
Yeah,
like if I'm looking up like terms from Ovid. That have like I'll read all the notes from like Dante because I feel like I'm tapping into like some. Like, I mean, and I'll read the references, but if it's like if I take so much work to get accustomed to the language. I'm like, this is some old ass English that like I've never used in any other context. Yeah. But that's just me being lazy. But it does fit into the marriage stuff a lot. Yeah. Where it's like, I'm all talking about the evolution of marriage and like every religious story, and then this is just like the terror of marriage.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it was. Yeah, I mean, not to do a Paradise Lost pod again, but
I know.
It's the idea of. Adam, like Eve's private mind away from Adam, right? That's what terrorizes him.
Right.
Though at the end they forgive each other.
Yeah.
Right.
She had a funny part talking about when they like have like guilt sex. And then, like, wake up and they're still
they have their lusty fuck after the fall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But she called it something like shame and guilt sex or something like that.
Yeah, that's nasty. They get all fucking nasty. Before that, they were all getting right? Yeah.
No, I mean, it got me charged up to read it.
And then they leave the garden with their hands holding hands.
It almost seems like people are listening to the pod and just like writing better essays about everything you pod about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
But yeah, so the main thing I want to tell you about was I bodied a bunch of that.
The Winter of Our Discontent. Yeah. No, go ahead. Tell me.
Had you known about it?
No. I guess it was his last book. I had no idea. I never heard of it.
And then right after, he won the Nobel.
Yeah, okay. That was the American we weren't thinking of.
That was the American we weren't thinking of. But how did you listen to some of it?
Yeah, the first part, the first chapter, only the first chapter. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. I tried to go to sleep all early and get up early.
Yeah.
And then like I was listening to that, and it's just like.
So what happens? Tell me about it.
So it's just like a dude who works as a clerk in a damn deli, you know, in the store in town in Bay Harbor, and he's just like. I mean, Steinbeck creeps up on you though. So he's just working, and it's Good Friday.
Yeah, so I listened to that part, and he's like, "Are you guys gonna be close today?" Yeah, he's of course. The guy's a fucking WAP and a Catholic. You know, he won't even show up.
But that was so interesting because we're talking about all these books that are like plays on Good Friday.
Yeah,
I mean, Dante's Inferno set on Good Friday. Sound of the Fury is set on Good Friday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right.
I mean, it's the most important day if you, you know, in Christendom.
Right.
But no, it's not second most.
But they're both like none of them are like explicit or there's like Steinbeck's like so open and like explicitly being like like making the commentary. Then his wife, his name's Mary.
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah, Ethan's the main guy. Ethan. Fuck, I can't remember his last name.
Halsey or something.
Holly. Ethan Holly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then his wife is named Mary, and then basically he's a clerk. He's working at the store, and it's Good Friday, and they're all making jokes about, you know, and like the store closes from 12 to 3.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like during the time of Christ's crucifixion, and then, but basically he's like going about his day, and then there's this woman like her name's Mary something. I thought there was like some two Mary stuff going on. You know what I mean? And she's all coming into the store with like her little skirt on, you know?
Oh yeah, I heard that. That was from the beginning because
that was from the beginning.
He's talking to his wife, and his wife brings up her name.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Who?" And it was like, you know, they say a man, or she said something like a man when he pretends not to notice a woman, and he goes, "Oh yeah, her."
Yeah, exactly. And her name's like Mary something. Fuck, what's her name? I just finished the part 1. I finished chapter 12. I'm on chapter 13 of 21, I think. But it's moving real slowly and patiently, and she comes through, and then it's just kind of going through. Then he's got like his the guy he works for as a clerk. There's all this stuff about money. He's like kind of like broke.
Yeah.
And like his like, and he's got a daughter and a son, and like. Dude, Steinbeck is funny as hell, dude. But basically, he's like not really sure why this woman is kind of coming at him. She's had like 2 husbands, and like one of them died. But then like she's like all friends with his wife too, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then like that night he can't. Then some dude comes through and tries to bribe him.
To do what?
To like basically like buy from him.
Yeah.
You know, because he has a boss. He's like an old Italian WAP guy who's like his boss.
Yeah.
He's like, just buy from me and you take 5% cut. And
okay.
And you know,
like
no one needs to know about it. Yeah. But like he won't even know. It'd be the same price for him.
Yeah.
The wholesale groceries would be the same price. And he's like nah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a good man, you know, Ethan, you know? And fucking. And the guy's like, all right, you know, and then, there's like tarot stuff in there. So then there's
I heard because the wife's getting her palm read.
Okay. Right? But the witchy lady, Mary, whatever her name is, like basically exactly by her.
Yeah.
And does like, they do like a tarot about Ethan, and it says like he's going to get really rich.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So then she's all excited. The wife, Mary's all like, like, oh, you're gonna be like, let's invite her over, like, you know.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, she's like a whole different person when she like comes into the store just to see him. You know what I'm saying? And that night he like can't sleep, and he like goes on a long walk through the city. Last night I couldn't sleep, so I was like, it was all meta, you know. He goes on walks through the town, and then there's like this old ass dude, Danny, who's like his friend from high school, growing up. But he's like an alcoholic, you know, and because he went to the Navy and got all fucked up. So he just like he's the only one who's like up at 3 a.m. and he like tries to like give him money and be like don't be an alcoholic anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, you don't know me. Like, you're fake as hell. You know, like, give me $1 or take the $1 back. I don't give a shit. He's like trying to be good, you know, and everyone's just like out here scheming. That's really what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the book.
That's the book, right? So then there's a guy trying to bribe him. He turns down the bribe, and then he gets home and like his wife is like, the way he writes about his like wife and his daughter is like, it's just women. It's kind of wild.
Yeah,
but it's good. And then basically,
and this is like, he was kind of old when he wrote this book, right? Yeah, he was
kind of old. Yeah, and like his daughter's like 13, and yeah, just the way he describes, he's like, you know, so basically that night they invite over that other woman. Mm-hmm. You know, to come over for like dinner and drinks, and
she reads his palm and she's says he's gonna have a threesome.
Let's read it again to make sure it's right. And then Steinbeck has this one part when the book goes into overdrive. They have dinner and like the kids do dishes and like go out to a movie, and then he like busts out this old rum. And his wife's like, you only usually drink this for like marriages or burials. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. You know?
And it's Good Friday still?
Now it's Holy Saturday night. Okay, yeah. But he's been going through Holy Saturday, like describing the day and stuff like that. Because Good Friday night, he stayed up all night. Oh, shit. And then ran into that guy at 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow.
Danny, his old friend Danny. Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. We've been doing all this Good Friday talk. And this is like the most explicit instance of it. And then they're having drinks on like Saturday night at the house. And then this woman like is about to like pull her cards, and he's all describing the tarot cards. Another instance of tarot coming up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's like, and they're like French cards, and he's like, yeah, some of them seemed like menacing. There was like the devil and like the death card and like a guy hung upside down, and then basically like, and she's like, my grandma. But then he has this one part where he's like takes a sip of rum, and then like suddenly he feels this like shooting pain in his stomach, and he's like almost about to fall over. And then Steinbeck has this aside like sometimes like there are moments when like the devil can just like
the devil's in this book.
Yeah, like shit, you know, can just come up in you, and then but then he snaps out of it and he just keeps going, and he's like kind of being a little bit reckless, like talking to his wife and stuff. And she's like, you're always being silly. Like you.
She kept saying he was silly. That's what I liked at the beginning. He was being silly. She's like, I like you better when you're silly.
Yeah, exactly. You're being serious again. Like you stop being silly. And then her daughter's like, you're poor. Like, when are you gonna be rich? And I was like, damn.
Wow, that's what she said to her dad.
Yeah. Her daughter. Yeah, his daughter, because he like doesn't have a car. Everyone has a car. Wow. You know, and like he's like, everyone cheats to get ahead. Like, stop.
And he's being good.
He's like, no, I'm gonna be good. You know.
Oh no.
Yeah. So then basically she's like, all right, pull the cards again, and then she's like, and before she pulls the cards, she's like, you know, I didn't tell you, like my grandma was in jail in Alaska for being a witch.
Oh shit.
She's like, the people in Alaska were like the people who had the worst crimes. Yeah. And they put them up there from like Siberia or something. Yeah. And she was being a witch. She went to jail for causing the storms.
Oh shit.
For messing with the storms. And he's like, oh, that sounds pretty wild. Yeah. Like, you know? And then she like pulls the cards, and like her like eyes gloss over, and then she's like, and then at the end it's like the hanged man. Yeah. Just like the one that hung upside down, like he sees, and then she's like, no, I can't do this. Like I actually can't do this. Like, I gotta go. Mm-hmm. Like the lady.
Oh, who the card reader?
Yeah, the card reader. That lady comes in.
Oh shit.
And then she's like, sometime like a long time ago, I saw a snake. I had a vision. I saw a snake that was like shedding skin and moving. Mm-hmm. An image of a snake, and I just saw it again. So like I can't.
Oh my god,
dude, it gets real spooky.
Oh my god.
He's like, what? He's like, okay, and then she's like, oh, Mary's like, oh, Ethan will walk you home. She's like, no, I gotta go.
Oh shit,
and
shit.
She just bounces
I
up
didn't know Steinbeck was like this.
I know, I didn't know it was like this either. Like literally, it scared the shit out of me, dude. I was shook, dude.
And you were. This was the middle of the night.
Yeah, this was 4 a.m. Like, and then she leaves, and then Easter Sunday morning, and then they have this money. I almost don't even want to say because it's kind of a spoiler because it's like so shocking what happens. I'm like still devastated. But basically the whole time he has this money that is his wife's inheritance.
Yeah.
And his grandpa like lost all his money from like
because he kept saying his grandpa was he comes from pirates or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And like he had money and then like lost it with bad investments like after the war and stuff like that. And then there's also the banker. That's like the third person. Yeah. But there's all this stuff about money and like the moral degradation of people and the Christ undercurrent of like trying to be good in this world.
Wow, that sounds related to Dead Souls.
Totally, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that too. Yeah.
Wait. So what's the big spoiler?
Well, the big spoiler is he has this. You want me to say it?
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay,
well I'll still listen to it.
Okay, yeah, he has this money that he's got to invest. So on Easter Sunday, they got to go see the banker, and the banker wants to pool all the money. Yeah. Of all the people who have, not the WAPs, you know, the Lokes, you know, and he wants to, Bay Harbor's gotta evolve. They need to like build an airport, you know. But then like remember the old Danny who's like has an inherited house, and he just camped out in it, getting drunk all the time, and he wants to like basically like buy out all the
and fucking bulldoze them,
bulldoze them and build an airport and get the tourism bubbling, you know, and get the investments going, you know. So he keeps being like, and he's like, well, he's all being like non-misogynistic, you know. He's like, Mary, you should listen. And then the ladies are like, we're going to go look at curtains. Yeah. You know, and he's like, but you should listen, you know. And he's like, just tell your wife what to do, like, the banker. Yeah. And then basically like at the end of the first part, you're not sure what he's going to do. And his son doesn't respect him because like all the other kids have dads who have cars. Yeah. Dads have cars. You don't even have a car. Yeah. And then like his daughter's like 13 and becoming like a mysterious like witch now, and her sexuality.
Like, she's Eving.
Yeah, she's Eving. Exactly. That's not. Yeah, that's real. And then basically, in a wild move, he like goes to Danny and he's like, "I want to like help you." Yeah. He's been trying to be Christ-like. He's like, "You don't know shit. Yeah. Like I'm a drunk. Like He's like, "No, I want to pay for you to. I want to give you. Pay for you to get better." Mm-hmm. And he's like, Danny's like, yeah, you can't trust me. Like, and he's all being like fucking, and he's like, no, I want to give you money so you can, like get better. And then you also learn that this woman who's like trying to, this other witch lady, she's just trying to like get him to like, I don't know, as a game, like trying to play him kind of, like just get him to like leave his wife and like be different for her. And then she also, and she like was going out with the guy who bribed him. Yeah. So she like maybe planned that for him to get more money. So it's like, oh, weird. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a Christ-like day. He can.
Wait, what did she do after she saw the snake?
She left and then she like went to Montauk for the morning. Yeah. She's like, I gotta go. She's like, we see your churches, and I'm going to Montauk. And then like the shop owner pulls up to him and goes like on Easter morning, like, I just want to shake your hand. Like you didn't take the bribe. Like here's some Easter eggs.
Oh, that was like a test?
Well, yeah. She told him.
So
he's
shit.
like, I don't trust this lady at all.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then basically he just wants to, everyone's, and then they have a meeting and he's like, you should invest with me. And his wife's like, you should invest with him. Like I trust him, And he's like, no, I'm going to give all the money to Danny.
Why? Just to be Christ-like? What the fuck?
And then the first section ends and he's out with drinks with them, and then he sees a little figure going by, and Danny just ran off with that bag, dude.
Oh my God.
I was fucking.
Oh my God. And then that's not a way. Your kids aren't going to respect you now. My God.
And then.
No wonder it's fucking discontent.
Yeah, then it's like part two. Then it's like part two. Like the Winter of Discontent started, but it seems like it's crazy. Yeah. It's so good though.
Wow, I gotta listen to it.
I don't know why it's so good, dude. I always loved Steinbeck.
Yeah. Though. Yeah, you gave me East of Eden.
Oh shit, that's right. I gotta I gotta write about this this book, dude.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah. But I'm embodying that.
Yeah. What else you been looking at?
I mean,
yeah, just that.
Just that, really. But how crazy is that?
Yeah, that's crazy. I gotta listen to that. I love that. Yeah, Steinbeck. Maybe Steinbeck's goated, huh?
Well, it was interesting because you were talking about in your thing about. I mean, he's about as clear as can be with his flow.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Which can be a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. But it's just interesting. But then it creeps up on you.
Yeah, yeah.
It creeps up on you. That turn with the tarot and the magic stuff was like fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see that I was making the distinction. I mean, obviously Steinbeck isn't demonic fake literature.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying that.
No. I'm saying, but like, I feel like you can read something like that piece I wrote and start dividing into camps. If you're not writing something goofy and maybe complicated, then it's not it. But that's not. There's another element to it that, someone like.
It wasn't just a formal distinction.
No, it's not just a formal distinction. There's like obviously Steinbeck is real.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know it when you see it, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like Coetzee too. Coetzee's fucking simple,
exactly.
But obviously he's not.
But he's spitting in straight parable mode.
Yeah. Well, I think that's important. Is like, that biblical mode, right?
Yeah. But it's like, and then what was interesting for me was that keeping the illusion explicit.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're like
not burying it.
Well, you're like, oh, it's Good Friday morning. Like, watch, these fucking Romans are gonna fucking you know? And then like, there's a person named Mary, another person named Mary, and then like,
and
East Eden tries to bribe
is kind of
him.
like that too. I mean, just from the title, right? From the title makes it obvious.
Yeah,
I like that. So he really thinks about the Bible a lot, huh?
Yeah, and then the narrator's like, referencing they're referencing the Good Friday stuff all the time, and it's like, like my aunt, I remember from, he's like quoting it, stuff like that. He's like, and he calls her the daughter of Israel, no, the daughter of Jerusalem. Is that? And she's like, and then she comes back and she's like, I read that in Matthew.
Yeah,
like what you're referencing, like that was wild of you to say that. Anyway, but I had just been doing deep dive on the like Matthew last week and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait, I seen Matthew. Where did I see Matthew mentioned? I forget. Maybe the Nabokov mentioned it, talking about Gogol.
Yeah.
I was trying to listen to a bunch of different stuff this week. I was
Did you kill the Gogol?
I got like part 2 is kind of unfinished.
Okay, yeah.
Right, so I didn't read like toward the end of the unfinished stuff because it's kind of like, oh, this chapter's missing, this chapter's.
Okay.
But
weird.
The first part and like the beginning of the second part is what's really sick, And then Nabokov's whole book on it is really cool.
Nice.
But I was picking through a bunch of different stuff. Yeah. Listening, I listened to the beginning of Infinite Jest.
You did?
Yeah, because I
love that part. I listened to that like a million times.
Yeah, that's good.
Hal sitting in the office. He's like, on his arm was a wen.
Yeah, he's being really weird.
He got like a weird wen on his arm.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I ever read Infinite Jest, like
when did you
2011.
Yeah, because
that was like is a wen. I remember looking that up. A wen's like a blister.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty good that you remember that like that.
Oh yeah. No, he's sitting.
I remember the Infinite Jest we talked about that the first time we met.
That's funny. I was watching I was randomly watching some football highlights, but it was just this one channel that only breaks down like sick punts or like kicking things, you know? And they're like, so-and-so's fucking killing it. Look at these punts. It reminded me of Infinite Jest, right?
Yeah, was there a punting?
Yeah, because the brother...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You got to run it back.
Yeah, maybe
the brother, he lives in Tucson.
Yeah,
and he's like the best punter.
Yeah.
You know? Like
the
perfect, like, you know?
And some stuff that I didn't notice, like, it's this Onan is what the States is called.
Oh yeah.
Right? And that's the
Onanism.
Yeah, right? That's kind of funny. It's just a masturbation joke.
Yeah. Yo,
you ever read that?
Mans would really write like the most convoluted shit to make like the tiniest little joke.
Yeah.
Like Madame Psychosis.
Yeah. That's okay, yeah. Maybe Infinite Jest is actually.
Yo,
good.
you got a little patricidal thing with the DFW.
Yeah, I do. Because
you're like, yo, fuck DFW.
Because that was like what I read Infinite Jest when I was 18, right? That was like
we all did, bro.
The first And then I was like obsessed.
Yeah.
I was obsessed. I read the biography. Right, that was the year the movie came out
DT
too.
Max?
I was yeah,
DT Max?
yeah. I was completely obsessed.
Oh, that's funny. That was the year the movie came out. So I'm a little older than you. So I remember I was like, I don't think I've even seen the movie.
No.
Mm-mm.
I've seen it a couple times.
I should watch it.
I dragged my girlfriend at the time to go see it, and I was like, I'm this guy. Like, this is me. This is like.
But that's so funny. Yeah, I
probably justified some of my behavior toward that girlfriend too. By DFW's.
Don't do him like that.
No, that's true. No, he was lovesick.
Yeah. That's so funny, dude.
But I read that McNally version, whatever that was. What's it called? The
Someone do it paying attention.
Yeah, and that was no. It was yeah. That's what it was. Right? And I was like,
Pale King. Yeah,
it wasn't. But I do have a patricidal thing.
I don't think I even have. You know what's good to listen to is the audiobook DFW in his own words.
Oh, what is that?
It's like everything he read of his own.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I got that on ice. I'll listen to that.
Wait, okay.
Every now and then I just need to get I need to remember who I am again. I'll listen to that. I'm like, oh, damn. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I'll go on YouTube and hear his interviews and stuff. It's like, okay.
But it's his own writing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I try to...
the best are like the essays.
Maybe we got to do it. Infinite Jest run back.
Oh, yeah,
that'd
dude.
Be funny.
Wait. Yeah.
I think what got me like... I listen to this other... Sometimes I hate listening to this pod where it's these two guys talking about literature. I'll tell you what it is after.
Okay,
I'll just not say it. But and they were talking about Infinite Jest. And just the way they were talking about it was pissing me off. Like, the guy's like, I want to argue that it's actually not a novel. It's like a collection of short stories. It's like, who cares? What does that even mean? Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
What does that fucking matter? What does it matter at all? What it is? Like,
I saw another essay that was like an ad on like an NYRB thing.
Yeah.
It was all about like, autofiction is like plastic surgery, and I was just like, shut the fuck up.
I don't get what the point of this
dude.
Fucking labeling shit is anyway.
Oh my God, dude.
That's Infinite. That's funny because I was like, right when I read it, and like I got into that was like right before it became like almost giving yourself culture. No, it became giving yourself up as like lit bro, like exactly. Red flag, right? I got into my literary magazine in college, right? I said that was my favorite book.
Oh yeah.
And it was right before it was like super problematic to like it, right?
Yeah.
So
what was that, like 2011?
That was 2015.
15, okay. Yeah. That's funny, dude.
But I started listening to the beginning of the corrections too.
You did?
I listened to that. Yeah, that was all right. And then I read the first 10 pages of Crossroads.
Look at you, dude.
And it was like Crossroads. I was like the preacher's kind of. It was set in the 70s, where it was kind of like the 70s. I don't care about the 70s.
Yeah.
And then it was like the preacher's kind of hot for this lady. And she's so boyish, and she looks like a boy, and she got a little boy.
Yo, pause, bro. Yo.
Like 10 times he described as looking like a boy. I was like, is this purposeful? She's supposed to be all so she's so boyish.
Oh
like, geez, friends.
And friends, and chill out, bro.
But what else? I was listening to Bloom on the way over here. I started listening to Possessed by Memory. You know that book?
No.
I don't know. It's just one of his random books, right, where he's like talking about a bunch of different poets.
Okay.
And at the beginning, he dedicates it to Earl MacDonald.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. I have the physical book at home, too. I read it before. And then he goes on to list thanks to his research assistants. And it's like 7 girls. Is all he's surrounded by all these young ladies, right? By helping an old professor.
I mean, that really... Yes. Shit. I'll hold my tongue. Save that for the paywall Substack. But just a lot of,
What, the party?
Yeah, it's just like, you realize that this is also like a random person can just get like attention from these young women. Like, doing that to it. Let me grab some more beers.
Yeah. Say something. Let's say something. I'll read the opening of Tristram Shandy. That's what I'll do. I wish either my father or my mother, or indeed both of them, as they were in duty both equally bound to it, had minded what they were about when they begot me. Had they duly considered how much depended upon what they were then doing, that not only the production of a rational being was concerned in it, but that possibly the happy formation and temperature of his body, perhaps his genius and the very cast of his mind, and for aught they knew to the contrary, even the fortunes of his whole house might take their turn from the humours and dispositions which were then uppermost. Had they duly weighed and considered all this and proceeded accordingly, I am verily persuaded I should have made a quite different figure in the world from that in which the reader is likely to see me. That's the opening of Tristram Shandy. It's crazy. That book is super kooky.
Yeah.
And then it's like this first this book's like 1748 or something like that. I forget what it is. But what year is it? Let's see. No, it's 1761.
Okay.
And then it's like
right before Pluto and Aquarius.
Yeah, wow. And then, I mean, it takes the language is like fucking OD. Like it's sometimes you read a chapter, it's like, you gotta read that again, and then dig through, and then you're like, oh, he's making like a sex joke. Okay. And then it's yeah. Okay, nice.
Yeah, Nico is saying he liked that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eileen Miles wrote a review of it one time.
That's right. That's right.
She said it took her like 4 months to read it, but it was sick.
Okay, we got So it's also December 18th. I'm about to go to
where are
Philly.
You
I'm about to go and then upstate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you about to go to Brazil.
No, I in January, right?
In January.
Yeah,
but like,
when are you coming back?
I think the 28th or something.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we'll do it.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Maybe we'll do a New Year's Eve special.
I'll be here till the 9th. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, you'll be here till the 9th.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, this could be the last of the. It's the last of the season. It's about to be the solstice.
Yeah, for sure.
Directly into the mic, but also shouts out Willem, because that's funny. That's random dude.
Yeah, he hit you up about the.
I mean,
yeah.
If anyone knows what I want to be reading, like a dedicated pod listener
knows
exactly what I'm like. Bro, there's tarot and Friday stuff in here. He's like, trust me, dude,
on,
you need to read this. I'm like, what the fuck? But I swear to God, also I swear with Steinbeck, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've told that to you about. I think when those books that hit you when you're young, as you get older, you kind of go like, you don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, but it lives with you.
Yeah.
I felt like I was like, oh, it's exactly what I need to be
Steinbeck
right now. Yeah.
Because you felt like you were like young when you read it, and then you kind of grew out of it.
I was read it, but like literally that was probably that summer reading that was like really reading some on my own, like not for school.
Yeah.
And like,
how old were you?
It was summer after I graduated high school.
Oh yeah, it was East of Eden.
Yeah, it was that summer. That's the only book I had with me. That Euro
trip.
Oh shit! Catastrophic.
Oh,
Euro
that's
trip.
right. I gotta
write that stuff.
Yeah, you definitely
That's one of the
do.
most depressing things ever. But
that's good. See that was me with Infinite Jest. That was summer after high school.
Okay.
That was like,
wow.
Yeah.
But see, that was for me. Infinite Jest was right after my freshman year of college.
Yeah.
So I was still pretty.
Oh,
young,
nice.
Right?
Yeah.
That was when I was like, because that's the thing. DFW thinks he's a jock, kind of. So I was
he thinks.
He thinks. So I was all like, I'm not gonna play basketball. I'm just gonna write about basketball. Yeah, that's what happened to me too. But anyway, all I was gonna say was end of year stuff, and then in 2024, if some bags go through, I'm gonna get a third mic.
Nice.
And we should do one a month. Third mic. We gotta get Merve on.
For sure.
Probably talk about Paradise Lost.
Yeah. Gotta read it by then.
I need a reason to read it.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm gonna do a reading in mid-January.
Oh, you are where?
For Heavy Traffic.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I think he thinks he wants Sheila to come down.
Oh,
but
nice.
I don't think she's gonna. But yeah, we gotta plan. We gotta do some.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we definitely got to do that.
Yeah.
That and then hitting the curriculum books, making
that's more doable.
The deep dives.
Yeah, But I was listening a good amount of that Cormac one. I was feeling like kind of a goofball for how I was talking about Cormac on the pod.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Wait, what? Did you get any insights?
I listened to the first like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But
that lady sounded kind of Brazilian.
She did?
Yeah.
I don't know what her accent was. I wasn't sure. I mean, it's kind of sick. It was kind of sick. The 7-hour Cormac deep dive.
Did it? You seen in my piece I wrote that I quoted my mom's email. Did I tell you?
You're spazzing on Substack, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I seen that one post you did. It had like mad engagement with the Panther girl.
Oh, with the Rabelais.
People know about that.
Yeah, I guess so. I was surprised by that. Like 30 people liked that.
That's
and
sick.
were like commenting on it and stuff like that.
Were you looking at it more or not?
Yeah. I finished the first book.
Oh, you did?
Of it. And I actually got this. So the translator of the Rabelais.
The Scottish one.
Yeah, it's the Thomas Urquhart. I just got his book in the mail. It's called The Jewel.
Okay.
And what it is I kind of was reading the intro last night. He got arrested, and this is a treatise he wrote in prison to convince them to let him out because he had the key to a universal language, is what he said. Okay. So you got to let me out because I have the key to the universal language.
Okay.
And it became like this argument in favor of a universal language combined with like his family history or stuff like that. And
to get out of jail?
Yeah, I think he got out. It's a big kooky book. Like his life is kind of mysterious too.
Whoa.
And he didn't finish translating all the Rabelais. He did the first 3 books, but then he died. He died pretty young, I think.
Okay.
But everyone was dropping.
Wait, so you got it? Sorry, I spaced out. You got a book?
I got his book. That's this treatise. But I read the first book, the Rabelais, which is good. And I heard the 3rd book's the best one.
Okay, sick. How many? There's 3?
There's 5, but they're all like kind of short. So it's like 100 and some pages. And then I got the which someone commented when I posted that, and they sent a link to like a PDF of who's the guy who wrote The Master and Margarita? Mikhail something, some Russian guy.
Bakhtin?
Yeah. He has a whole monograph on Rabelais.
Okay.
Which I got too, so I got to look at that.
Nice. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at a little more of the Welbeck too. I got to read that. Finish that.
Yeah. But, is that what's there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's yours.
Yeah.
I got to get back to
you. No, finish it first.
Yeah, I got.
Are you almost done? Is that
the
back end?
It's the front end, but I'll go into overdrive.
Yeah.
You trying to hit it soon?
Nah. You can take your time with it.
I'll kill it.
I started reading. I actually been starting reading a bunch of stuff. And I started reading Gravity's Rainbow.
Oh yeah, you did.
In the first 10 pages, there was
you
one.
Just going like Americans because you talked all that shit about Americans.
Yeah,
we were talking shit about Americans.
But that's just now because I'm in competition with
everyone
now.
I've been reading DFW, Franzen, Pension. But I don't One Story Pod, new One Story Pod.
Is my boy.
Bro, you ever hit the beginning of Infinite Jest, dude?
Yeah.
I was hitting Infinite Jest.
Wait, what was I saying?
Gravity's Rainbow.
Yeah, I was also joking. I was with Gabby. We walked into Barnes and Noble. It's just because I was gonna use the bathroom or something in Union Square, and big ass fucking table for James. Right, James is ever like they fucking got to ring like a holiday alarm. Just sold 100 more copies of James.
They love James.
I don't know anyone who read that book, but I guess it sold 1 million copies this year. So.
It did?
I don't know, but it
Damn.
definitely sold a lot.
Every time I look it on Amazon, it's like Amazon ranking 4. I'm like, damn.
I know, it's crazy.
Doing numbers, first of all.
It really is.
It's like not in 4,000. It's like 4. I'm like, damn, bro.
It really is.
You up there with the fucking Melania autobiography.
What the fuck?
That's crazy, dude.
But the beginning of Gravity's Rainbow was actually sick. And I think I avoided it for so long because it was like, I don't know, the way people talk about it, I thought it was going to be like a fucking zip-zorp rocket, shit like that. But it's actually like, some of the, and the names are so fucking goofy.
Yeah.
But then, like, there's this old cadence to the language.
Horseflesh or something like that?
Huh?
Isn't it like horseflesh or something?
There's horseflesh. What's that?
No. One of the names.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's fucking
like
goofy-ass names. I hate the names.
Is that a different pension name? Probably.
Yeah, but it's funny that one of the, there's a couple Ukrainian coaches at the gym.
Yeah.
And I was laying on the ring reading the Gogol Nabokov with his face on it. And one of the Ukrainian coaches comes over and he goes, Gogol. And I was like, yeah. He goes, I don't like Dead Souls. Because apparently in, even though he's Ukrainian, Gogol.
Oh.
But the names are all like, it's kind of Pynchon's names, apparently, in Russian. Like, they translate to goofy shit. And he was like, I don't like the names. The names are too weird. But to me, it's like, I don't even register.
That's funny, dude.
But there's a couple sick passages in Gravity's Rainbow at the beginning.
Yeah?
Yeah, where he was like, where it's like, okay, this is like real language. Like, this isn't like goofy zip zap. Like it's actually like old cadence and,
Yeah, dude, I'm still floored by
all these Americans.
Yeah, but being the beginning of those pages, like, I don't know, I was like coming up for air out of my project, and I'm just like, I just been so, it's just like, just the whole, trying to be pious and.
Yeah, trying to be pious. Have you been pious?
Look out for Danny on the street.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true,
and
true.
That book is just like, it's kind of gnarly.
I love that. That he's.
I gotta read it. You gotta read it. Like, and then all the stuff with the magic is just like nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Steinbeck. I think the fact that it was his last book. I think the fact that his last book makes it sicker.
Last works are always appealing.
Yeah, but what you been going out doing Christmas stuff?
No, let's see what Christmas.
You were going out to the bookstore. I ain't been to a bookstore in fucking a minute.
No, because it's just Gabby works there on Saturday, right in Union Square.
Okay, nice.
So we're just around.
Nice.
Like, but have I been doing any Christmas stuff? I don't think.
Yeah.
Let's see what I did. Nah.
Nice.
Nah, I've been just doing stand-up mostly, trying to be less inscrutable.
Yeah. How's that going?
See, that's what I need. I need more Steinbeck in me.
Yeah, you need some Steinbeck.
Like,
yeah,
the magic's there.
You got enough. You got enough.
Yeah, exactly. All the stuff's there. I don't got to be inscrutable too.
Yeah, but yeah, what you, for people who haven't read it, what were you saying? What were you saying in the
about the Gogol?
Yeah. Well, there's just a turn at the end. You weren't just saying it was.
No, it was.
Maybe I should try to say and you clarify. Well, yeah.
So
there's a streamlined commercialization and an artificiality.
Yeah.
That has to do with sort
and
of
a sanitization
of like life and into this form. That's something demonic about it.
Mm-hmm. Because it's what Nabokov keeps coming back to is that term posh list.
Okay.
Right, which is like. Oh yeah, I mean Nabokov had some great insights. I was just like building off him, but he's talking about the posh lust is a Russian word that I'm probably butchering the pronunciation.
Yeah,
but it means like cheap, banal, like kitschy, fake. It's fakery.
Yeah,
right. It's posh, but Nabokov points out that most of the stuff you think is fake, like the Da Vinci codes of the world and shit like that.
Yeah.
That stuff ain't posh lust because it don't make claims
it's
to be.
It's not trying to be something different.
Yeah. It's not, the stuff that's really demonic is the stuff that you think is like, oh, this is soul-sustaining food.
Oh, right.
You know, but it's not. It's empty inside. It's this pearly gem, but it's like, it's fake. It's made in a lab, right? It's this pearl gem that's just, and one of the... I think really relevant parts of Dead Soul is when the narrator goes off on this big rant before he even gets back to the action. He's like, I could show you this heroic, virtuous, I'd be much happier than other writers, these other writers who ignore the miserable and the sad and the dejected and the abject, all this. But unfortunately... What does he say? Like their eyes are clouded or something like that. But unfortunately, I have to show you everything.
Right.
And I'll be unhappy. And there will be no maidens running up to me, little young, 16-year-old women, he says. But we'll call them young maidens. Running up to me in a frenzy.
Right.
Right. But it's a... Yeah, there's something, I think, demonic about this... fake vision of the world that makes you think it's real, and interesting and this is literature. Oh, look, this is literature. And then you're consuming that and it's like, oh, now I'm propagating the emptiness.
Right.
You know, I'm just becoming part of the emptiness.
Right.
And, you know.
You said there's the dude on the street.
And exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. The archivist up on the Upper West Side. I always see this dude. It reminds me of, because I think in Satan Tango they call the dude the archivist. That there's the town archivist.
It's like the word scratcher from Salibo Magnificent.
Yeah, exactly. The word scratcher. Yeah.
Yeah, out here on the street scratching the words.
And then it's funny that I quoted my mom.
Patrick Chamosa.
Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, Texaco. I got to look back at it. I was thinking of that. Texaco. I love that book. But so, I mean, my mom's kind of been on one. She's mad because I'm not spending Christmas with her, right?
Yeah.
And I called her up. She was ducking me all week, and I called her, and I was like, hey, what's up? She's like, I ain't been ducking you. Whatever. I said, can't we just be chill, Mom? Let's just be chill. And she said, okay, we'll be chill. And then she sent me like a 5,000-word email about betrayal the next day. But even that, I was like, wow, this has some of the literary qualities I was, advocating for, just with the intensity and the digressive intensity of it all. And then she asked me, why do you say your books aren't about us if we see, because I put that excerpt out, and John Rogers is the main character. That's my dad's name.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the final point of that is.
No,
but
it's the point is that.
But I think you should.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, save all that for every other fucking faction of society.
Yeah.
Don't shy away from the crazy. And that's really it made me emotional because it's literally what I've been dealing with like all week, where it's like I'm not gonna fight any type of weird possessive energy over like past shit that's like close to my soul,
for sure,
with more weird possessive energy.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna do that. But it's like it's weird to see shit that goes so against what the energy was for,
I mean, that
I don't know if that made any sense.
No, but it does make sense, because the energy I was talking about in that piece is something I think Gian would wholeheartedly agree with,
right?
In the project of Tyrant, initially, and what kind of books they were putting out,
right.
Like you were saying to me last time I was over here, we were talking about the kind of people he published. Like these aren't writers, you know,
dude. Literally, like he had to find a new printer for Marie Calloway.
Yeah.
And he just said, I don't give a fuck. We're going to find a new printer. And we're going to publish this book. Like, it's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary. You're supposed to...
Yeah. Yeah.
Confuse the disturbed and disturb the... No. Comfort the disturbed and disturb the...
The comforted?
The comforted.
Yeah.
Wait, is that what it is? Or as Amelia likes to say... Confuse the disturbed.
Disturb the confused.
Disturb the confused and confuse the disturbed. That's the funniest shit. She's like, Sean, I need to disturb the confused and confuse the disturbed. I'm like, what? No, that's literally what you're doing. They're already disturbed and you're confusing them more. Stop.
That's good.
Oh my God. But no, it was, you're setting the bar, dude. It was sick. I can't publish a single diary about going to the Mew Mew Christmas party.
Well, you got more people watching.
Right? That's no excuse.
No
excuse.
But it's something. It gives you pause. You want to go for a smoke?
Yeah, let's go for a smoke.